So the next 2 weeks will be review. But the reason I'm mentioning that is, one of the main points of chapter 1 and chapter 2 is nobody makes us feel anything. And that's kind of a core foundational principle of the work. And so I love that you were able to remember that in the moment. And because what that does is we take our power back. See, as long as I think you have the power to make me feel anything, I'm kind of screwed because I can't control you. I can try to control you, but I don't actually have the power over you. We define power. True power is the ability to consciously choose and or change our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. And I said that there's 2 ramifications of that. One is we are powerless over other people's thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. But that also means other people are powerless over our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Only we can change us, and only they can change them. And change how I feel, that means, you make me feel, is not true. And in some cases, it's you make me feel so good. I love being with you. You make me feel so good. Well, you know what? We can say I love being with you, but to say you make me feel so good, that's where it kind of falls apart a little bit. The opposite is also true. You make me feel so angry. You make me feel so sad. Now, I can say I hate when you do that, but I don't want to blame you for how I feel. So me disliking what you're doing is not the same as saying you make me feel so angry. I'm still getting to choose how I feel in each moment. And I get to decide. Because remember, I'm not really responding to what's happening out there. I'm responding to the meaning that I give that situation based on how I see myself. So if somebody is being quote unquote mean to me and I don't know how to take care of myself in that situation, then I'm going to feel upset. I'm going to feel angry. I'm going to feel defensive, whatever. But if I know how to take care of myself in that situation, then it doesn't matter what they say. I'm not going to be upset. I don't have to be upset. So we're always choosing. The problem is we don't know that we're always choosing. But the point is, we're different based on who we think we are in that situation. Remember, the situation is never the problem. The problem is always and only how we see ourselves in that situation. So when I begin to change how I see myself, it doesn't matter what you're doing. When I begin to know how to take care of myself, how to set boundaries, how to negotiate for what I want or need, when I know how to not take things personally, when I know how to not scapegoat you or make you responsible for my emotions, I have a whole different experience. It's a whole different interaction. They're still doing the same thing that they've been doing, but I have a different experience. So what's changed? Only me. And that's how we take our power back. So it all begins with remembering that, you don't make me feel anything. Nobody has the power to make us feel anything. Now, again, I said this a million times, but I'll say it again. We're not making excuses for somebody else's inappropriate behavior, unloving behavior, neglectful behavior, abusive behavior. We're not making excuses for any of that. We can still hold people accountable. We can still do whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves in that situation. And they still don't make us feel anything. They still don't make us think anything. They don't make us feel anything. They don't make us say anything. They don't make us do anything. We're always choosing that. And we can either choose it unconsciously. We can react in a habitual. We talked about the difference between reacting and responding. So we can react in that habitual, conditioned way that we've always reacted to that person. Or we could stop that train and say, gee, Peter keeps saying that they don't make me feel anything and that I get to choose in each moment who I think I am. So I'm going to look at that and I'm going to stop this train. And then all of a sudden you'll just be sitting there and they'll be going on and on and on and on like they always do, but you don't feel bad. You don't feel angry. You don't feel anxious because you cut that cord. You cut you severed that relationship that was in our mind, that somebody else is making me feel the way I feel, which is not true. That internal filtering process, that internal filter of who we think we are, breaks any causal connection between what's happening out there and how we feel in here. What I am saying is how I feel is a function of who I think I am, how I see myself in that situation, and that's always up to me. And I can always change that. And I've had this experience, and it sounds like maybe some of you guys have had the experience now, where the same people, the same situation that in the past would have put me over the edge now has almost no effect on me. How do you explain that? What has changed? The only thing that's changed is how I see myself, who I think I am. I no longer think that they have the power to hurt me or upset me or whatever. I'm no longer giving my power away to that person or that situation. Situations for me used to be like my computer. I'd have a problem with my computer and I would get all worked up and I would just get all, and I would want to make somebody wrong, and I would call up tech support and I would be a dick on the phone with tech support, and I'd get all dramatic and all this stuff. And now it's like,
yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying that. And now it's like, I don't go there as much. I have to admit, I still have my moments, but I don't go there as much. I don't go there as long. And I apologize to the tech support people, the customer service reps. I say, look, I'm really sorry. You know, if I get on the phone and I'm a dick, I apologize. I say, look, I'm sorry if I was a little tense. I'm sorry if I was a little short. It's not your fault. I'm just having a tough day. I'm sure you're a really good person. You know, I've said this to tech support people. I said, you don't deserve to be treated that way. So I will apologize for me and everybody else who's been mean to you today. And I actually had a woman, she started crying. Tech support person, this poor woman, she started crying when I said that. She said, nobody's ever apologized to me. So the point is nobody has power over us. And we are not powerless over our own thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. And so this is all about taking our power back. True power, you know, I always say, you know, most people think power is having power over other people. I say true power is having power over ourselves. And if we don't control our emotions will control us. If we don't control our thinking will control us. And our thoughts lead to our feelings lead to our words and actions, and our words and actions lead to the outcomes that we experience in our lives. So this is all in our hands. Now, the problem is, it takes a lot of the fun out of it because we no longer get to blame everybody else for how we feel. We no longer get to blame them for being jerks or whatever. It's not to say that they're not jerks. And it's not to say that they're not acting inappropriately. But that still does not determine how I feel. It doesn't determine what I think, feel, say, or do. And the whole point of forgiveness in chapter 7, second edition, the whole point of forgiveness in chapter 7 is to no longer give up our peace of mind in the face of somebody else's bad behavior. To no longer give up our power. To no longer get sucked into the drama. Still take care of ourselves. We set boundaries. We do whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves, but we don't have to give our power away. We don't have to become a victim. And we don't have to make other people wrong so we could feel right, better than, superior to, you know, and all of that stuff. So again, the problem is not that the computer's acting up. That's not the problem. The problem is that I don't think I can handle it. The problem is I see myself as powerless in the face of that. I don't know how to fix it. And, you know, a client is going to be upset with me, or I'm going to lose, you know, if I'm working on the book and the computer crashes, I'm going to lose all that work. I see myself in that situation as in danger, as threatened. I'm going to lose something and I have no control over it. That's the problem. It's not the computer crashing.
No,
so when I change how I see myself in that situation, the computer can do whatever it wants to do.